In this episode of Quick Tips for Tonex, I'm going to take a look at a question I receive quite often and something that's very confusing for a lot of folks. It is the difference between a tone model and a preset. So folks have a really difficult time understanding the difference between them, and it doesn't have to be that way. It's quite simple. If we come over to Tonex, when we capture a tone model, it is captured in a very, shall we say, raw state. I don't know if that's the right way to put it. If we've done, let's say, just an amp and a cab capture, such as my capture here from my brand new Mix and Match Volume 1 collection, what we get is an amp and a cab, and these two blocks come up, and basically it's going to sound exactly as it was captured. It's not going to have any reverb or compression or a noise gate on it. It's not going to have any tweaks to the built-in equalizer. It's going to be just what we call a raw tone model. Now that is automatically going to be saved when we capture it, and it'll be in our list of all tone models. We can come over here and we can make a custom folder for a tone model, and just to keep track of these, and I can drag it into there and then isolate it so that I see only it. But this is still just a tone model without any tweaks or variations from how it was actually captured. Now, that is not always the way we want to use it. We do have these wonderful features up here, such as noise gate, compressor, reverb, and advanced parameters. Well, let's say that we wanted to add some of these sweeteners. Let's say we want to come in here and turn on a noise gate. I'm just making some random settings right now. Let's say we want to put a post compressor, bring the threshold up a bit, just the gain and the attack. And let's say I wanted to come in here and put some room reverb on it, just like so. And maybe I want to come in here and add a bit of presence, pull out some depth, and push the gain up slightly, just to make some arbitrary changes here. Now what I can do is I can come up here and I can save this as a preset, and that's this little button up here, and you'll notice it says Save Preset. Now I can name my preset, I can choose a location for my preset, I can say I'm going to create a new folder, and I'm going to call it JS New Folder, and I want it to be saved to that new folder, and I'm going to name this JS New Preset, just so as not to overwrite anything else I have. I can give it all the different characteristics here, and when I save this, this is now going to be saved as a new preset. Now, I'm in my tone model browser right now. If I click this little button up here in the top left, this takes me over to my preset browser. So I can go to my new folder I just created, and there's my new preset. Now, if I come out of this and let's say reset my chain so that everything is back with this button here, everything is just back to the way that tone model was captured, it seems like I've lost my changes. So if I come back over to my preset folder, and let's say I chose a different preset, we come back, it might seem like maybe we've lost the changes we just made to our original tone model. So what can happen though is if I come back and come to my new preset that I created, I click this, and guess what? All those settings I made are still here. I have the reverb as I wanted it, the compression settings I made, the noise gate. So if I come and reset this chain again back to just how this was captured, I can still come back here and re-access that preset because I didn't save over it, and I've got those settings saved again. So that's what a preset is. So a tone model is as the tone model was captured raw, without reverb, without compression, noise gate, or any tweaks to the settings. What a preset is when we take that raw tone model, make some tweaks to it to either the advanced parameters, reverb, post-compression, pre-compression, noise gate, and we save those up here in our preset manager. We save that as a preset, and it's going to come over here into the preset browser. Something else we need to realize, when we come up to our little preset window up here, we have the choice to export a preset. We can't export just a tone model. We have to export it as a preset. So we need to save it as a preset first, and we could save that to our computer if we so desire. Now, I'm not using the standalone version here, but if I was, I could go to Librarian, and I could choose to either transfer a raw tone model or a preset with those tweaks to my Tonex pedal. I hope that that helps you understand the difference between this sometimes confusing topic, and I hope it helps you to just be able to accomplish what you want a lot faster. I hope you enjoy the music. Links are below to all the tone models you're going to hear in the music on the way out. Thanks again for tuning in.